Goodness comes and evil goes. Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, divine liberty, divine liberation, divine freedom, and all that that will bring for African people wherever we happen to be on the face of this earth. Karibu, welcome. My name is Kwende, and today we're going to get into another important subject, and that subject is learning for liberty. African liberty ought to be a victorious outcome that African people throughout their lives mission towards. And that being so, it is important that we learn of our experience in order for that outcome to be realized, so that we are versed at some level, in some way, shape, or form, as best as it is possible to do, in the wisdom and the knowing of what it means to engage in such an important and imperative mission. And there are various ways in which study can be engaged in. For some, it may be a personal and private endeavor in time that one may be able to find, say, at home. For others, it may be part of formal communal studies, or a study group, or a study program that is African-centered and independently run to get the most enrichment from that. And of course, any combination of whatever avenue, home, community, or whatever people can logistically engage in. What is vitally important, certainly, is that learning takes place. And to be without learning, to be at a deficit in knowing of what it means to engage in the thrust for liberty, then the outcome of liberty itself for African souls becomes a deficit in being a possibility. Learning is key, and this is vital functioning. So with that, we're going to go to a segment of the program called Quotation Vibration and hear a word or two relevant to the subject. Okay, the quotation for today comes again from this important text from Afrika to Africa Ukombozi Siku, the Living Observance of Africa Liberation Day. And in the section entitled Organization, there's a part that looks at learning. And it reads, it's actually a quotation from a great hero that's quoted in the text, and I'll share just a portion of that with you. It says, "Store away in your head such facts as you need for the daily application of life, so that you may better in all things understand your fellow African and interpret your relationship with your Creator." A few very insightful words. Definitely get hold of this text. And that relates to the African masculine man. It relates to the African feminine woman. African familyhood, the harmonious and complementary male-female union, and so on throughout the various levels of the self, all working in the interest and the mission for African liberty. So with that food for thought, and surely it is food for thought, Kimunga Ukumbozi, Kimunga Ukumbozi, Kimunga Ukumbozi, divine liberty, divine liberation, divine freedom, and all that that will bring for African people wherever we happen to be on the face of this earth.
The sun who has returned home, for Africans back on top. The sun who has returned home, for Africans back on top. The sun who has returned home, for Africans back on top. The sun who has returned home, for Africans back on top. The sun who has returned home, for Africans back on top. The sun who has returned home, for Africans back on top. The sun who has returned home, for Africans back on top.